Hello and welcome to One North Main, BCA's magazine show, where we profile people, places, and events that make this city, our city of champions, so great. I'm at 34 School Street. Where is that? It's right near City Hall, the Metro South Chamber of Commerce, the station lofts, and WB Mason. It's a hub, and it is the center for workforce development. Today, we will meet with Executive Director of BAWIB, owner of this beautiful building, Sheila Sullivan-Jardim, and we'll talk a little bit about their fantastic open house and all the programs that they run. So sit back and relax and see what your community, the City of Champions, has to offer.
We service one city and 9 towns. So between those 10 communities, we service about 390,000 residents. 95% of our funds go directly to programming, and we have only 5% going towards administration. So that's a very, very high amount of dollars going directly, as I said, to the programs, and as minimal as possible being used on the administrative component of it.
Today we are here to celebrate taking ownership of this building, which was a huge commitment for BAWIB. Under Sheila's leadership, with the support of the board, her vision for owning this building made smart fiscal sense with so many other benefits. It afforded BAWIB the ability to create and strengthen our collaborations with our partners and our employers to truly make this a center for innovation and workforce development. I want to thank Sheila and her entire team for all of their efforts.
Most of it was not by design. It came probably about 4.5 years ago when we were really hitting that tough period. Unemployment was high, we had a lot of people to serve, and yet the funding that we received was not did not match the demand. Some of our state partners asked us to fully review what is your biggest expense and what can you do about it. Our biggest expense was rent. So we took a look at, well, what are the other options? Can we rent someplace else that might be a little bit more reasonable? But we really need to stay in downtown Brockton because of our population and our clientele. Then we started having conversations with the board and brought up to the board, what about purchasing a building? What would we do with that? How would that look? And we had some great help. We had some great community partners that led us to different buildings around town so that we could see, whether or not it was a good fit for us and what the location looked like. And then the prior owner of this facility said, geez, I may be interested in selling the facility you're currently in. So that's when that discussion really started. And it became much more concrete because we not only knew the building, but we knew the space intimately. We knew what we could do with the space, and we knew, where our population was coming and how they got to, to our facility.
Prior to becoming mayor, I used to work in this building before it looked like this. And I got to tell you, the place was a dump. So I think I appreciate what Sheila and everyone here at BAWIB has done more than anyone, because I used to spend time here before they fixed the place up. And you've done a spectacular job. I went for the tour, and congratulations. And, we've had several pieces of good news lately about the downtown. This is just another piece of the puzzle, but I mean, just within the past week, we've heard the announcement that the district attorney is staying in the downtown and moving into new quarters, and the state's investing a couple $1 million in his new headquarters, which, among other things, is going to bring 25 state troopers into the downtown every day. We've heard that the Department of Unemployment Assistance that was planning to leave has changed their mind, and not only are they staying, but they're reinvesting in their facility here and making a long-term commitment to stay. And if you just look out the window, you can see our beautiful new City Hall Park that we just opened last year. So first of all, just in terms of what this means to the downtown, this is really significant. And Sheila, I know you spent some time looking for the right location, then found out you were there the whole time. Just needed to upgrade it. But I just want to let you know how much I appreciate BAWIB's commitment to remaining here right in the heart of the downtown, so thank you.
Looking at the federal dollars representing the biggest part of our budget, and knowing that the federal dollars were going to be decreasing, how do we fill that gap? The building has allowed us to do one component of that. We've been able to restructure our finances so that the dollars that we are receiving as landowners, as landlords, we are now able to put back into training. Additionally, we've been very fortunate to receive some independent funding for different grant programs that we have, and for different initiatives that we're running through the office itself.
We've got a great labor pool of people that are hardworking and are willing to work, but don't always necessarily have the marketable job skills, not to get a job, but to get a job they can support their family on. And as much as we'll talk about, an area like Brockton having unemployment above the statewide average, I think what I see even more often in many families in Brockton is underemployment, particularly among families that have immigrated here. And so, folks are working, but they're working at a job that's well below their ability, and they're working for a pay that they really can't make ends meet with. And I think what you're going to see, what we are seeing happening under this roof, is when you bring economic development and education together, and that's what's happening under this roof, you create opportunity. And that's what we want our city to be, a city of opportunity.
We had our open house a week ago. And in that 1 week, I've been contacted by different agencies to conduct a home health aide training, a CNA training, a personal care attendant training, all because we have the facilities here. That is so unique. So now I've got positions at Good Sam, at Brockton Neighborhood Health Center, or at Brockton Hospital, HR directors that are clamoring for these people. We've been able to provide the facility.
What an exciting couple of weeks for Brockton. I mean, this is exactly what we need to see more of, and exactly the kinds of things that we need to continue to work on, and basically making sure that we're given opportunities everywhere. But I just want to celebrate Brockton. I know we talked for the last couple of weeks, and just a round of applause for your leadership and your steadfast commitment to go block by block, in this city to make this happen.
I was most impressed when he said that we had the best career center in the state. I think somebody got that on tape, so we're going to really use that.
This Brockton Center, and yes, I said it, is the best Brockton Center. And what you've done here, is fantastic. But congratulations.
For him to really be able to see what we do here, the evening of the open house where he spoke We also had many of our community partners there. So Father Bill's had a table, we had Massasoit had a table, Self-Help had a table, Department of Transitional Assistance had a table. So it really demonstrated a little bit to him, and perhaps in a surprising way, but it really demonstrated to him how we do work with all these different agencies and the relationships we have.
The theme here is collaboration. So what I like about this center here today is that everything's under one roof, and that you're working together, everyone's aligned, and so for the person coming in, he or she can go right here and get everything they need from beginning to the end.
We know these people. We can call them up and say, hey, you know, I got a customer. John, I can't fit John into one of the programs, but I heard you had a program that might fit him better. And guess what? 5 minutes later, John's on his way to getting something done. So that really has been, partnerships has been the cornerstone of the facility, the WIB, what we do in just about everything.
The people who are doing the real work are the career centers and the CBOs out there working together to make sure we're offering the training and the skill sets, et cetera.
Being here today at the Center for Workforce Development in Brockton is a significant milestone, not only for the region, but also for the university and for the UMass Donahue Institute. It's part of a long-standing partnership that we have had with Brockton, and one that I remember coming down here, looking around and saying, oh, an intermodal transportation center, a highway nearby. You have lots of things going for you down here, and we look forward to the ongoing and continued growth and being part of that.
We oversee the Career Center. We provide their funding, and we provide direction for their performance. But they're also independent. They run entirely on their own, and we're really there to watch and to perhaps direct, but not to operate. The One Stop Career Center, operated by UMass Donahue, operates on their own, under their own policies, under their own administration, under their own staff supervision, etc.
I also want to recognize John Murray and all of our staff from the Career Center that are here. Many are not here because they're downstairs working with and serving clients and working with employers, which is one of the critical pieces of making any career center very, very successful. And when John joined us a couple of years ago, I have to say, the day I met him during the interview, I said, oh, thank you. I've met the right person to head up this career center.
This is our resource room. This is where our job seekers come to work on their job search. Anywhere from resume writing to using the state's Mass Job Quest website, where you can look up job orders. What we have here is an employer services unit that will go to employers, pick up job openings. We post them on the Mass Job Quest. Then job seekers can come in and access those jobs either here at the resource room or at home if that's more convenient. But we also have staff here all the time to assist people with writing cover letters, filling out applications online, saving documents, emailing, whatever their needs are. The resource room is here for them to take advantage of for their job search purposes.
This room is the computer lab for the CareerWorks. CareerWorks has been using this room most recently for the Amazon recruitments. Twice a week, Amazon is here at the 34th School Street facility. Career specialists work with identifying needs and barriers to employment, assistance with resumes and interviews. So the counselors work closely with the customers that come through the door of CareerWorks that are needing services to try to further their education, or maybe they're trying to change their job professions.
My name's Tom Hassey. I'm an employer services representative here at CareerWorks, and our department is the liaison between the employers and the job seekers. We work with the employers posting their job orders. Generally, we have as many as 60 to 70 individuals come through the mini job fairs. We post many job orders during the course of the day, and our numbers are up considerably from previous years.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cahill, an Employer Services Rep at CareerWorks. And as Tom mentioned, we work with the employers to assist them in finding employees to fill their job postings. We've been very successful, and we look forward to continuing to do that in the fiscal year.
Talk a little bit about your staff.
I'm very, very fortunate, and I wake up every morning thinking how fortunate I am. We have an office and facility manager. Rachel has been with the agency, maybe even a half dozen years before I came on board. So not only does she bring the historical aspect of it, but she's got great organizational skills and has really accepted a new role as facility manager. So, she's out there doing contracts with our HVAC guys and, getting bids for the parking lot being resealed. It's amazing to see how she's also been able to grow with these new opportunities with the facility and moving forward in that area.
She put some mileage on her shoes the other day when we took a tour during the open house.
They call this the Boston Room, and this is where they have their orientations for new customers that's coming in for their seminar workshops designed to provide all information about the Career Center. Today, for our open house, we have some of our mandated partners here today with their brochures telling us what they do in the community.
Assistant Director Jason Hunter also is kind of become a man of all trades when we're with the purchase of the building. So one day Jason's working with our vets. He runs the Veterans Council for the region, and then also oversees our Career Center Committee and works directly with One Stop Center in measuring their performance. Our entire YouthWorks division is run by Christelle Love, and Christelle was one of the first hires I made here coming on board, and she has a staff of 5 downstairs who provide services for youth from 14 to 24. They have a job fair going on today, and kids looking for jobs, this is where you come. She oversees our summer jobs program, which can be anywhere from 200 to 300 youth over the course of the summer. And also our YouthWorks, which is the universal services. Any youth in all 10 communities can come in and use our services. They can learn about resume writing, learn about job opportunities, learn about interviewing skills, how to present yourself, how to dress for success. So there's a variety of different tips and opportunities that we can provide through the YouthWorks. And as I said, Christelle really has driven all of the YouthWorks and really keeps everything on track there.
This collaborative workspace will support young and emerging entrepreneurs by offering access to programming, community networking, the information and expertise needed to build a successful business. As you can see, this is a creative space that encourages movement, collaboration, the use of creative chairs, vibrant colors, multiple clocks on the wall, and different table styles should appeal to the creative minds of these young people.
One of the most important things for people to know is we don't charge for our services. Case management, using our resources, this is what we're here for. And this is what we were designed for. So again, our doors are open. Come on in.
Wow, what a fantastic building. The Center for Workforce Development is already on fire. Special thanks to Executive Director of BAWIB, Sheila Sullivan-Jardim. Enjoy this public service announcement about the Greater Brockton Health Alliance.
The mission of the Greater Brockton Health Alliance is to work towards healthier communities by promoting collaboration between partners,
putting together guest speakers and topics that get all of us thinking sort of outside of our normal day-to-day.
How we collectively as a city come together
to have greater collective impact as a team.
Providing support to local health initiatives, prevention programs, education programs.
In our soccer academy, the children would learn how to pass, but then there would be a bridge to learning how to work with a teammate and how to work with somebody in life.
And increasing awareness of local identified health issues throughout the communities we serve.
Our hope is that we will provide places for kids to be able to do the right thing.
Our monthly meetings are held at Stonehill College on the first Friday of each month.
We invite everyone from the community. We're never done with our invitations. It's always an open door meeting.
Membership in the Greater Brockton Health Alliance is free and open to anyone age 18 and older.
And we started off by training leaders.
And what has been really striking to me is the amount of people that are really trying to get things going.
There are about 115 leaders trained.
They talk to their friends, they talk to their family, they talk to their neighbors, and it gets more people involved.
And we have probably had about 360 participants over the last few years.
As everybody has different leadership styles, and we help them discover that through some really creative ways in a classroom setting.
Our vision is the collaboration between community agencies and residents so access to sustainable resources is available to meet the unique needs of each family and communities of the Greater Brockton area.
When we got to the second meeting, what we wanted to do is really start to delve deeper into that visioning process.
We didn't have to come up with a whole new system. We just needed the CHNOF funding to help improve the current system and expand it.
You know, it's not to just sort of making sure that people have access. We always use this example to an apple. You know, people know apples are good for them, but can everyone access apples?
We came up with a list of strategies.
And we started to really look at connectivity.
The pilot program is targeting 24 children to start with our first academy.
We've also begun a walkthrough and looking at the areas for security cameras.
The amazing parks and green spaces, identification of ideal walking and bike routes.
And places we've identified for motion censored lighting as well.
This is a group of people who meet who have like-minded issues.
We would then use those issues as a way of having a community visioning process and using that vision as a way to blend in or project out a long-term action plan.
Greater Brockton Health Alliance, a voice for a healthy future.
My name is Sarah Selman. I'm the Executive Director of Old Colony YMCA's Easton Branch.
My name is Lee Farrow, and I am a community organizer.
I'm Jeff Wilson from TLC Sport.
My name is Amanda Decker, and I currently work for the Avon Coalition for Every Student.
My name is Dottie Slack, and I'm the Health Education Outreach Coordinator at the Brockton Council on Aging.
Join us.
So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greater Brockton Health Alliance.
If you're from the city of Brockton, like I am, you've probably seen a couple of these neon colored signs around. What they represent is Brockton Kids Count. That campaign was started by the Brockton Public School System to raise awareness for the state's education finance formula, which some in the Brockton area feel may have disadvantaged its students. Let's take a closer look at the Brockton Kids Count movement.
I want to thank everyone that took the time to come out tonight, because let's say it with me, Brockton Kids Count! Brockton Kids Count! Well, the kickoff actually happened probably about a month ago, and there was a lot of conversation as we, like other urban districts, continue to deal with very difficult budget funding for our large urban school districts. It is a partnership with the state, which we're very much appreciative of, but there needs to be some due diligence in looking at what it takes to educate our youngsters. And for that reason, the kickoff involved elected officials. It involved our parents. And the initial kickoff had about 500 people coming together, certainly more than we expected. And the conversation has really grown. It isn't just about a budget anymore, although the advocacy is making a difference in the funding that is coming in to help support our students in the Brockton Public Schools. But it's much more than that. It's parents coming together. We had about 1,000 children and parents the other evening for our large photo opportunity at Brockton High School. I thought it was invigorating to hear parents say, I want to know more. What can I do to support my child's education? So this kickoff is going to be a long time running, because I bet everybody can agree that our children are our future and that every child counts. So what better way to continue a campaign, not only to have dialogue about those financial things to support our schools, but also our facilities. Where do we want to go as a community? Do we want to make sure our children have 21st century schools, updated technology, every opportunity to succeed and to become certainly successful citizens that continue to support our community?
Well, that's all for now on One North Main. Hope you enjoyed the show. For more information on Brockton Community Access, you can visit our website at bcatv.org. Also check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Brockton Channels, all one word. Have a good one.